Hello, welcome back. I'm Cosmo Dad, and I need a new dryer. This is my twin turbo 3200. This has been my workhorse in the salon for almost 12 years now. I've tried lots of other dryers in between, and this one just seems to do the trick. I love this dryer, but I can tell that its days are numbered. One of the advantages of being in education for so long is I often get free stuff. I actually have these 4 dryers, which at one point or another have been given to me, and I need to figure out which one, if any, are going to replace my twin turbo. I have several criteria that I want to compare each of these on. First, and really importantly, is just comfort in the hand and weight. This is a very heavy dryer, which I don't necessarily mind, but I'd like to compare all their weight because a lighter dryer is just going to lead to less fatigue and shoulder and wrist and hand pain at the end of the day or end of the week. Criteria number 1, how much does it weigh? Number 2, how loud is it? I've done videos comparing the decibels of the dryers, and I know that a professional hair dryer can cause hearing damage with sustained exposure. So we're going to test the approximate decibels. We're going to test how hot they get. I got a new anemometer after my last disaster. So we're going to test the wind speed output and the ionic output. So all professional hair dryers should be emitting negative ions. Your hair naturally is going to have spots in it that are greater concentration of positive ions. The greater the concentration of positive ions, the more that hair is going to feel damaged, the cuticle is going to be raised. So negative ions in the dryer are going to help the hair be smoother and porosity be more equal. More smoothness equals more shine, and the negative ions output by the dryer also break up the water more efficiently and help dry the hair faster. So you could potentially have a dryer with a lower wind output but higher negative ionic output, and it could do the job better. So I have a ion air tester that we're going to test. Comfort and weight, decibels, temperature, air output, and negative ion output. And then whatever else I decide to compare them. So I'll be comparing the Chi Lava, Paul Mitchell Express Ion, Babyliss Pro Volare. This is probably the oldest one I have. It's a few years old, I just haven't used it very often. And the Paul Mitchell NeuroGrip. So first things first, let's test this one and get a baseline. Twin Turbo 3200. 858 grams. Getting a reading in this room of 27 decibels. Hearing damage is above 80 decibels for a sustained time. Maximum decibels, 84. Maximum temperature, 255 degrees Fahrenheit. With a cool shot of 86 degrees. Maximum velocity measured, 26 miles an hour. Here's my air ion tester. I hope my meter's not broken. This dryer is labeled as ceramic and ionic, but I'm not getting any reading off of it. I've already had the weirdest result I thought I would have today. Is it just worn out? I don't know. I'm not getting any ionic output out of this. I thought I would end this video still cradling my baby and saying, well, at least I know what I might use in the future. I'm already shocked. Yay science, because this is just weird. I didn't expect this at all. So stick around to the end of the video. We'll compare all the numbers on the different criteria. But some other things I like about this, used to like about it. The handle was nice size for my hand, but I do like the hard switches because I have used some dryers with digital buttons for features before. I feel like they're slippery. I feel like I press them on accident. I like that the cool shot button is tactile. You hold it down for the cool shot. You let go when you want the hot air again. Some dryers, it's more of an on-off switch. So I've gotten used to it. I like it. It's not putting out any negative ions. This is, my mind's already blown. Okay, I'm super excited. Next, the oldest dryer in my collection, Babyliss Pro Volare. Okay, first things first, weight. 812 grams. It's a little lighter than the Twin Turbo, but pretty similar. I like the buttons. They got a nice little click to them. Decibels. 85. But this one has a feature. This is not a cool shot. It's a turbo shot. Max of 89. So my turbo shot brings me up 4 decibels. So this is definitely in the hearing damage range. Would definitely want to use earplugs with it. Temperature. Maximum temperature of 220 with a cool shot of 90 degrees. Maximum wind velocity of 33.33 miles an hour. And I have to hold the dryer this far away from the tester to keep it from maxing out over 20,000 negative ions per centimeter. This is putting out a little bit more wind speed, lower temperature, but a ton of negative ions coming from this guy here. I might have to do like a showdown on 2 similar dryers to really see which one is faster, makes the hair feel better. Next, the Paul Mitchell Express Ion Turbo Light Plus. One of the things that's nice about this one is that it comes with its own diffuser, a concentrator nozzle. One thing I don't like about this system is this type of nozzle clicks into on the inside of the barrel. Eventually those things wear out. You can already see how that free spins around. It's not such a big deal. You know, if that little thing breaks off of this, the inside of this diffuser, or off the inside of here, if I lose one of those little flanges, then I've lost my concentrator nozzle. And I've seen that happen before. Weight. 776 grams. Decibels. 85 decibels. Once again, well within hearing damage range. One of the things that I don't necessarily like about this one, the digital buttons and the digital readout, especially the cool shot button, it's an on-off switch. When I'm using the blow dryer, I manipulate the dryer a lot. I move it around a lot. And so even though I use this in a lot of my videos, that's pretty much all I use this dryer for. So far, mainly because I accidentally hit this button all the time. Maximum temperature, 205. Cool shot, 105. So pretty warm, like noticeably warm. It doesn't actually ever feel cool. Wind speed. "18 miles an hour. Definitely the slowest one so far. Now for the ions. Okay, so I got a max output of 20,000 negative ions per centimeter when I'm this close with the cool shot or the hot. So something's going on with this dryer that actually allows me to use cool air or hot air and still get my ionic output. That's kind of cool. The Paul Mitchell NeuroGrip. So this one comes with its own diffuser. Same sort of flange system as the other Paul Mitchell dryer. I wonder, it actually looks like the accessories from one Paul Mitchell dryer are compatible with the accessories from another Paul Mitchell dryer. Cool thing about this one is it comes with this universal collapsible diffuser, but might fit other dryers as well. So the no-handle design allows it to be more lightweight. It is a direct current motor, which means I don't expect it to be as powerful as some of our heavier dryers, but maybe not as loud either. 679 grams. Honestly, not that much lighter than the previous one. Decibels. Max of 85. Not any quieter than anything else I've used so far. Interesting. Maximum temperature of 205 degrees Fahrenheit. Cool shot right around 103 degrees. If my hands were any smaller than they are, and I've got man hands, I would find operation of this really more annoying than I do, because it's Though it has tactile switches, they're kind of hard to reach, and I feel maybe a touch inconvenient. It's a great design for wrist pain, but it may slow you down with the operation of the switches, or it's particularly low power. Can't forget wind speed. 24.68 miles an hour. Definitely more powerful than the other Paul Mitchell dryer. I do like that it's matte black though. No measurable negative ion output. Weird. Lightweight, 3 heat settings, rubber coating, removable filter, 9-foot cord. So this one doesn't even claim to be ionic, and it's not. And the final dryer for today, Chi Lava. Now Chi claims that their high goes up to 250. They have a reverse auto cleaning function. It's supposed to be at or less than 80 decibels, big airflow, and more than 50 million negative ion output technology. 50 million output per how much distance? 50 million per hour? 50 million per minute? I don't know. Look at this though, the packaging. Ooh. Much like the Dyson, has magnetic attachments. Little magnetic ring. Now on the packaging it says it comes with a turbo nozzle and a smoothing nozzle, but they're exactly the same. To the exact same nozzle. It's so tiny. It feels so little. Like the cable weighs more than the dryer. It feels like a joke dryer. That's kind of cool. I like that this pops out and you can kind of wipe it or brush it off rather than the inserts that maybe are a little harder to clean. And then this, I guess, is supposed to go in reverse too. All right, let's test our parameters. 577 grams. By far the lightest one. Even the plug is little. Look at the difference there. How loud is it? 77. A max of 77. So this is definitely the quietest. I gotta admit I was skeptical, but I'm getting kind of excited. So far we're light and quiet. Let's see how hot this sucker gets. Thermostat on the dryer says 250, but I only measured up to 212, which I'm also fine with. 86-degree cool shot, it feels cold. Something I've noticed about this, even though it has digital buttons, you have to long press the power button to turn it on and off, so it's very hard to accidentally hit it. And the cool shot button is just a press to engage and then let go to disengage. It's not an on-off switch like a lot of dryers with digital buttons are. Okay, I'm super excited about wind speed because this feels powerful. Let's see what we get. Max velocity of 30 miles an hour. That's respectable. About 45 kilometers per hour. Honestly, this is looking better and better. I can't say I'm not impressed. I'm impressed. Ionic output time. So at this distance, pretty close with the cold air, the coldest cool shot I've registered so far, 20,000 ions, negative 20,000 ions per centimeter. No change in output for hot or cold. Maxed out my meter. The coldest cool shot, respectably hot, the quietest. Speaking of quiet, the lightest one. You know, I try not to be biased, but I didn't expect such a good performance from this. Well, what do you think? I surprisingly feel like there's a clear and obvious winner. Not the one I expected. Should I put some of them head to head on an actual head of hair? What do you think? Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.